Hey guys, how are you? I'm not sure what day this will be when it goes up. I said that I was doing another pre-record after I was done telling you guys about the Watts family. So yeah. This one is another true crime. It actually happened in Canada. It's about Eslibeth White-Luther. Eslibeth White-Luther, she was a nurse, and it happened a couple years back. It was all on the news and everything. It was just, wow. It was a long case, too, because there was a lot that happened. So, I just thought that I should tell this one. Okay. Eslibeth White-Luther was born and raised in Sora Township in a rural community near Woodstock, Ontario. Growing up in a staunchly Baptist household, she went to earn a bachelor's degree in religious education and counseling from London Baptist Bible College. After graduating from Huron Park Secondary School in the mid-1980s, Weffler studied nursing at Concentra College. In 2007, White-Luther was hired on to the staff at Care Care, a long-term care home in Woodstock. Okay. She was intentionally regarded by the co-workers to be caring and professional individual. However, throughout her tenure, White-Luther struggled with substance abuse and alcoholism. She had faced accusations of showing up to work drunk. At one point, she was found passed out in the facility's basement during the night shift. White-Luther was suspended 4 times for medication-related errors, and then was finally fired in March 2014 over a serious incident which she gave the wrong medication to a patient. After leaving care, she had difficulty holding down a job. She was hired by the Meadow Park Care Centre in London, but lost this job after checking herself into a drug rehab facility in Niagara. She took various temp jobs at another care homes. White-Luther admitted to a neighbor she was fired from one of these jobs from stealing medication and was fired from another job for making medication error while high that nearly resulted in death of a patient. Wow. You know, I only heard so much about this story because in 2014, I was in high school and I only watched the news like really like a little bit. So hearing about this is just wow. And like I said, too, you know, it's just, yeah. Lost my train of thought there, but whatever. Oops. So, yeah, I do remember hearing a little bit about this case, but it just shocked me. Like, how can somebody from that was religious and was in a and it was in a Baptist household, and it's just like each one of these cases just amuse me in different ways. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. Okay. While she was a nurse at Carson Care, Wethlother began injecting some patients with insulin. In some cases, the amount was not enough to kill the patient. She was charged with and confessed to aggravated assault or attempted murder for those cases. Wetler's first assaults occurred sometime between June 25th and December 31st. She confessed that she injected sisters Claudette Adreno, age 87, and Alabama Demaduros, age 88, with insulin. While they later died, neither of them their deaths was attributed to Wethluther. She confessed to the two accounts of aggravated assault in these matters. Wow. That's just, I mean, when I was in PSW, I never saw anything like that. You know, I mean, yeah, you still get some cases that are pretty severe, but none that were big as this per se. Like, this was pretty huge at this time frame. So the first case, which with Welter injected a patient with enough insulin to directly cause death, was on August 11th, 2007, which she murdered James Silcox, 84, a World War II veteran, a father of 6. Oh my goodness, those poor children. Wow. Through March 2014, Wettlaufer also murdered the following patients at Crescent Care: Maurice Mo Grant, 84, Galdies Mildred, 87, Helen Matheson, 95, Mary Surarensky, Helen Young, 90, the one before that was 96, Maureen Pickering, age 79. Wow, just wow. Again, like I said, when I was in PSW, I never saw anything like this. I haven't worked in a couple years though, so, you know. I don't work because of just reasons, and that's just time for another story. But, however, okay. While at Crescent Care, Wither also ejected Michael Priddle, age 63, and Wayne Hedges, 57, with attempt to murder. She confessed to the 2 accounts attempted murder these cases. She left the employee at Crescent Care in 2014, but in part-time work in other facilities and patient homes. She ejected 3 more patients. Wow. Killed Alfred Hornworth, 75, at Meadow Park. Ejected Sandra Teller, resident home in Paris, Ontario. Beverly Burnton, 68, with attempt to murder at a private residence in Ingersoll, Ontario. Riffler now entered into a drug rehabilitation program at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto on September 16th, 2016. So 2016, I believe I was actually 16, because I graduated high school in 2017. And I was 17 when I graduated. Okay. Nurses of Ontario and the Toronto Police Service of her confession. She then personally emailed the College of Nurses to resign as a registered nurse. She had deliberately harmed the patients in her care, now being investigated by police for same. Personally called an investigator from the college and had CAMH staff fax confessed to killing patients several times prior to her confession at CAMH, including to a lawyer who advised her to keep it a secret and was not reported to police. Wow. After providing police with a 2-hour-long confession, Wettlaufer was formally charged with the 8 murders on October 25th after further investigation. She was also charged with 4 counts of attempted murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault on January 13th, 2017. She waived her right to a preliminary hearing and was confessed to all charges in court on June 26th, was sentenced to 8 current life terms in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years. Wow. That's just, yeah. You know, as a personal support worker, I feel like that just sucks. I feel bad for all those residents, because when I was in long-term care home and retirement home doing my placement and stuff, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I loved all the patients. I loved everything about it. That's why I went for that career, and it was just really hard for me to keep it up but I became good friends with some of them too, and I treat them like they're family, and that's what you're supposed to do when you're a healthcare worker. Not do something like this. That's just wrong. And it's nice to hear their story too, because I find each story that these people have is just amazing. But that's all I can say, because, Okay. So, in her confession, Wettlaufer admitted that she knew the difference between right and wrong, but she was visited by surges that she could not control. She said, God or the devil or the surging, and then heard in her own laughter afterwards, which was really, it was really like cackling from pit of hell. Martha told police she had tried to stop the murders, and she had told friends, a former partner, her pastor, about the killings, but no one took her seriously. During the police interview, she described the laughter as a feeling in her mid-chest. Holy shit. Okay. Visually using her hands, promoting her to overdose, and sweet, I don't know, kill as coming from her stomach region. The description of the laughter and thought out, I never claimed to derive pleasure from it, and always saying the feeling was horrible. Well, if it was horrible, then you shouldn't have done it. That's the way I see it. Just saying. Okay, we're almost at the end here. Okay, she was held the Grand Valley. Oh, she's being held at the Grand Valley Institution for Women in Kitchener, Ontario. In March 2018, she was transferred from Grand Valley to an unspecified secure facility in Montreal to receive medical treatment. So, yeah, that's just really, wow. Like I said, I remember hearing a little bit, because like I said, I was in high school at the time, and I just thought, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that case. And it was really big too. It was on the news. So, alrighty, I think I'm gonna wrap this up for today. I'm hoping to do a couple more pre-records on this week. And yeah, before I go, I will show you an update on what I work on. What I was working on. Okay, put you over here actually. So the areas that I was working on was all in here. And like I said, I don't really have much to do. Well, kind of, but it depends on how much I work on it, really. So, I'm almost done this area here. And I have that, and then the horses. And then it's done. So, I hope you guys like hearing about that piece. I just thought, something different to change it up a little bit. I'm not usually one big onto telling stories like this, but I thought it was just something different and everything like that. And yeah, I know I'm repeating myself. Sometimes I can't help that too. Oh, brother, it's just part of me. But yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hopefully to be back this week sometime. Bye, guys.